Good evening, folks. This is Crap Grandma Says. Tonight's rant is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but just as spicy. I've got a sinus headache that's pounding like a jackhammer, so I'm taking a little bit of a breather. First up, I stumbled on an article featuring our freshly minted Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick. Might as well be stupid dummy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's parroting President Trump's harebrained scheme to abolish the IRS and replace it with an external revenue service funded by tariffs on foreign nations. Lutnick claims that this genius move could rake in $700 billion annually, wiping out the deficit and making income taxes obsolete. Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. Someone should remind these Einsteins that the Constitution hands the power to tax and spend to Congress, not the president, so they cannot get rid of the IRS. They can gut it like they're doing, if that turns out to be what the court says is legal, but they can't get rid of it. Plus, we all are smart enough to know that slapping tariffs on foreign goods is just a fancy way to make us pay more for stuff we need. And most economists would laugh that plan right out of the room, and they are. Next, I've seen a surge of brainless chatter from lazy folks demanding to know where their tax dollars go. Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7 of the Constitution requires Congress to publish a regular report of government expenditures, and they do that every year. This is known as the Appropriations Clause, and it requires that all government spending be authorized by law. They do that when they publish their bills for spending, the spending bills every year, and that they publish a regular report of all government spending, both income and spending. And they do that too. The Appropriations Clause is intended to prevent government waste, fraud, and abuse, and the framers of the Constitution gave that control to Congress as the representatives of the people because they thought we should have control over our own money, or at least the people that we sent to office to supposedly represent us should have that control. Today, Congress controls that through guess who? The very people we've fired. Treasury people, Office of Management and Budget, and the Inspector General's office. And newsflash, every penny is tracked and reported publicly. Ever hear of oversight.gov, usaspending.gov, or fiscaldata.treasury.gov? These sites lay it all out for you. But instead of doing a little homework, these uneducated loudmouths prefer to whine and moan. And here's another newsflash for them. While they're doing a happy dance about firing people in the government, just when we need watchdogs the most, we've booted out all the folks who keep tabs on government spending. Brilliant move! Now we're opening the floodgates for waste and corruption. The very thing they tell us they are trying to fight against. That's a lie. It's either mind-numbingly stupid or a sneaky plot on the part of Trump and Musk and red Congress people to line their own pockets. And if I was a betting person, that's where I'd lay my money. Finally, I'm scratching my head over why Israel would cozy up to the likes of President Trump and Elon Musk. Trump's made some moves that seem pro-Israel, but let's not kid ourselves. They're just red meat for his base. They're just stuff to satisfy his Christo-fascist Nazi base. Trusting these Nazi characters, and this is my advice to Israel, trusting these Nazi characters is like trusting a fox to guard the henhouse. And you should never do that. There's that.